Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to this morning's messages of love from above. And before we get straight into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. I hope everyone is well. We had a little treat today. Spirit did want me to bring in my giant singing bowl here. It's a beautiful singing bowl. Today is really about a lot of vibration and understanding that our choice of vibration each moment impacts the entire world. And so it's not a small thing that we choose what we choose in each moment. It does impact the whole collective. So in this moment, if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, just to focus our vibration on unconditional love energy. We're going to vibrate at a higher level and send that out to the world. And we're going to join in with our singing bowl here. So enjoy this. And if you are in need of unconditional love energy in this moment, whether it's for your own mind, your body, your heart, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this energy to you as well. Beautiful, beautiful. And that will keep going for a little bit here. It goes and it goes and it goes. We're just going to put it up here. Still going. I love it. So thank you for joining me in doing that. And before we get into the readings, I do also want to make sure everyone knows every Monday I do have a giveaway where I give away at least one personal recorded reading. Tuesdays, I'll put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next Monday and any other giveaway news. And this one, here's the link to that one. There's an extra giveaway this week, which has to do with my new Take 10 with Zen videos. So if you actually go and listen to them, they're 10 minutes or less. So as many of them you want to listen to or watch, and click the like button, of course, if you like those, and then comment. And any comments you make on how many videos, each one of the video comments will be an entry into that drawing. So that's a little extra that's in there as well. Excuse me. So, so sorry, clearing out my throat, evidently. And also, I'm having a crazy Zen summer sale where my hedges of peace and love are half off. Those are like an energetic process where we put a bubble of love around you that takes away the chaos, takes away the noise, even can remove people out of your life. So, if you want to check out and see what those are all about, check out the link that will tell you about the hedge a little more detail. And then also included in the summer sale, which is just for the month of July, we've got the personal recorded readings are also half off. So that information is in the description box of the video. So if you want to see how to book any of that, that's where all that is at as well. And Each week, I do put out at least one pick a card reading. This week's was about how can I transform my anger? And, I love it because Spirit tells us that every emotion is the right emotion in the moment. There's no wrong. There's no correct or incorrect. There's just experience. And when we're ready, when we're tired of riding the anger roller coaster, we have a different choice to make if we want to. We can transform it. And that's what that one talks about there. I have also a ton of other pick a card readings. Excuse me, in my on my main page, so you can always check those out. Those are all free, so if you ever want more messages of love from above, you can look at those as well. Right. And then here is the last episode that we just came out yesterday with, which is Take 10 with Zen. Those are 10-minute videos or less that talk about how to connect with spirit, the higher realms, connect to our higher self. And also, I answer questions from my subscribers. So if you want to check those out, the last three have been around fate, which are amazing information about understanding life and fated events and timing, especially because we're all about time, right? All of our human side is like, is it time yet? Is it time? When am I? When, right? So those are very helpful if you want to check those out. All right. I think that is everything that I wanted to mention here. So let me get my desktop set up. Let me just take a quick picture here. Whoops. Let's expand this a little more here because there's been a little more. Okay, let me grab it from here. Sorry, let me just YouTube has been deleting some comments when you expand it out, and so I don't want to lose anyone. So let me just grab those. All right, there we go. So thank you for your patience as I do that. And if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, we got a great group here of soul family, huge hearts, great senses of humor. It's a great combo. So welcome. And let me just get this one more thing set up here, and then I'll be able to focus and make more sense. So sorry. Thought I cleared all my sinuses out, but evidently the vibration has loosened things up. All right. Thank you. um so the how the free readings work is I do go down in order in the chat. First come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is it. And so all I have to do is put your question in there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want, and we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange, and I will prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, pull extra cards. And then once I'm done, I do return back to the free readings and continue down the list. I'm usually on for a couple hours. So I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want to make sure I get to yours, you can make a donation of any amount. I don't look at dollar amounts because I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet. So whatever you feel you can give is the perfect amount. And you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment and the description box of the video, I share my Venmo. It's just chokes me up. My Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So you can use any of those that you wish. Right. So I do have a donation. So we will start with you, Shivani. Thank you so much. I will be using the Good Tarot today by Colette Baron Reed, and we will see what comes through here. So let's get these activated. Get this frog out of my throat. So sorry, you guys have to hear that. All right. So Shivani, thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what did Vidit think and feel towards you when you met yesterday? All right. Let's see here what Spirit wants you to know here. Okay, so you wanted feelings, you wanted thinking. or thinking and then feeling when you met. Let's see what else. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. Wow. So I want to start with with these because uh, one, there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of passion here. So there was definitely energetic and physical attraction there, which is what we like, right? We want that. We don't want just that, but we do want that, right? And then we have here the page of water, the page of cups, which would be this feeling of love and emotion. So we've got the emotion, we've got the passion. So we like that, right? Because that is good juju. That's what we want, from someone. Now, we want to bring in here the Knight of Pentacles, which is the messenger of Earth in this deck. But this is slow movement. They don't want to move fast in any capacity. I feel like there's the slowness of progression and things going forward there. And so, there is this. It's funny. My host just coming home in her car, and there's movement, but it's slow movement. And the reason why that happens is for us to connect to our higher love, for them to connect to their higher love, self love, because that opens the capacity to give and receive love too to the humans. Because otherwise, we can only love and receive love from others to the extent we love ourselves. If I love myself that much, that's not going to be a whole lot going back and forth. But the more I expand this love, with my higher self and the spiritual realm to that eternal unconditional love, then this opens up and I can love and give love more to humans too, which is what we want, right? So I like that. And we've got this 6 of cups. This can be nostalgia, this can be balanced emotion. Lately, though, with the 6 of cups coming up, it's like there's this otherworldly past life connection that's there, and it would be something that you both feel below the surface in the subconscious, that you have felt like you've known each other before, even beyond any interactions and awareness in this lifetime. There's just something more there, and both of you will feel it at a subconscious level, and depending on how much you've expanded your self-love, that will come into. But you have the Empress, which is new birth, sensuality, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So they saw you as a very nurturing individual, but there's that sensuality, there's this new birth. So very positive cards here, Shivani. I like it. Just be aware that it's going to go a little slow moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles, but that's an opportunity for you to not focus on anyone else, but focusing on our higher vibration, right? Our higher love vibration. So that is what they have for you right now. Hopefully that is helpful for you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Good to see everyone. Hope everyone's having an amazing weekend so far, whether you're Saturday morning or Saturday night, depending on where you're at in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's all my donations starting off here. So let me just scroll. Let me just move this down a little bit so I can fit more in, and we will move up to the top. Excuse me. So, Starfall, you were the first one in here, and hello, hello to you. And you'd like a general reading for next week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know about next week? Okay. All right. Well, we like the combo here because we've got, the Chariot is victory, it is movement. It's also power of choice coming in very strong. And I feel like more so with the 9 of Earth, the 9 is the hermit's journey, and the 9 of Pentacles is like you being independent and feeling strong in the outside world, even though you might be feeling like there's not a lot of people around. there is spirit is all around because they are with you in the garden. Usually there's some sort of bird that represents spirit, and they are with you in the garden here. And so there is this feeling of wholeness, this feeling of fullness next week. And the chariot, there's also this feeling of power, knowing that whatever unfolds in the outside world, you're the one that gets to choose what story you put to it with your mind, what emotion you feel with your heart, what energy you put forward with your intention and your spiritual energy, and also what actions you take in the physical world. All of those are within your power. Yeah, we're given a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts with the popular opinions that have been given all our lives. But that doesn't mean that's what you have to choose. You are in the power seat. So I like that for you, Starfall. A good reminder of whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. And the outside world just is, but you control what it means to you. So I like it. Very, very powerful energies coming in there. Excuse me. It's getting clear, so I won't be hacking much longer here. So sorry. All right. So next up, we have Anya Ahuya. So Anya, hi, and what are Jay the Aquarius's feelings? Let's take a look here. See what they want you to know on those. Okay. I think I did answer those last night too. I think I got through all of them last night. So if you want more information, there's also some there. Ooh, okay. So there are some when we're talking about feelings like love and those emotions, I don't see that here yet. We've got the passion, we've got the fire that's burning here. So there is a lot of passion, a lot of attraction, a lot of energetic connection that's here, but that feels like they've been newly ignited with passion towards you. And the five of fire here just shows this transformation that it will transform, it will calm down. But right now there's just a lot of not so much heart as in body and energetic attraction that's in there right now. Sometimes it's difficult. I think we talked about this before with Aquarius. I'm Aquarius Sun. Aquarius, we're thinkers, we're air signs, but we are water bears. So we carry emotion around in containers, and people think, "Wow, they don't have any emotion." I go, "Yeah, we do. We just have it contained. We're able to, um, I would say, compartmentalize it, and we're able to separate ourselves from the emotion to move forward in things." And so it's in our heart, it's there, but you sometimes, a lot of people don't see it. So just know that there's feelings there, but they won't express them, will express their passion for life, passion for people, and a lot of thinking and forward movement type of stuff. So that's what's coming in for you, Anya. Hopefully that makes sense for you there, but that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And Dajona, you'll be the next free reading up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Sylvia B, for your donation. And you want to know um, how will it go when your boyfriend Mark visits next Friday? All right, let's take a look here and see what's the spirit wants you to know here. All right. And then finally, that one. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just going to pull one more here. There's a lot of patience, patience, patience. So hopefully he doesn't get delayed here, but I don't think that's what it means. Let me just, all right. All right. Well, we'll jump in here because we've got the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. So as this comes in, be true to you. Don't try to be who you think they think you should be. And I feel like they're going to be true to themselves here too. Um, are they an air sign? Because I feel like there's a lot of communication here. And the King of Swords, they rule co-rule with the queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which means a lot in their head, a lot of thinking that's going on here. And I feel like there is some um, working out of communication. I don't know if it's been a while. It just feels like here's patience, which is the first card. It's like things are slowly. It's like getting reacquainted kind of feel to it, because we've got the transformation here that is like this, death and rebirth and this restart and the patience, and the 5 of air is like the working out of communication. It almost feels like, okay, that makes sense. It almost feels a little awkward at first, like communication, like, hey, it's like getting used to talking to someone in person, that's the kind of feel that it's coming in here, just a lot in the head and a lot of like, okay, I want to make sure this goes right, all of that in there. Because you had the 7 of earth too, which is another patience card. It's like the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So, there's almost like be patient. It will, balance out. It will. We've got the 2 of earth, the 2 of pentacles, which is the balancing out in the physical world. And the 5 of earth, things do transform, but there's this energy of, you know, abandonment, fear of being left out in the cold, left behind. And so there's this energy that's below the surface here that does balance out eventually. I was like, what is going on here? But it makes sense now. It feels like, it's just awkward at first. And then, things do balance out. And let's see here overall. Yeah, we've got the 9 of earth. So this is about feeling independent. And I like this energy. It's it feels more like I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. It's almost like the 3 of pentacles in the beginning comes full circle of, you know what? Who am I trying to please? Who am I trying to, I don't want to have this weekend ruined by fear of what if I mess up? What if I don't do things right? What if I'm not being who they want me to be? Blah, 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 blah. They were attracted to you for you being you, not for you putting on a big facade and anything else, right? So be true to you is what I really feel the message from spirit is coming in here. Because it just they're not giving me an answer for the overall weekend, which means it's like within your power of how it's going to, unfold. Again, the 3 of swords is the heartbreak card, which is the fear of rejection, the fear of being, failure, of losing conditional love, which is what is in there, right? Yeah. So they're saying get out of your head and get into your heart and enjoy the journey if you have a chance. I talked about the take 10 with Zen, which is fate, um, timing and fate. Listen to 4, 5. If you want to listen to 6, it's about death. That puts our mind at ease too. But they're empowering. Episodes 4, 5, and 6. They're less than 10 minutes each, or 10 minutes and less. And it talks about how our conscious energy, our unconscious energy inputs things into our fated timing of things. So I feel like those will help you feel empowered, and it gives some grid information in those as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's the Hierophant getting into the capital T truths of, back to who you are, what you want, and how you want things come through. And you do have the 8 of fire, so there is passion. So um, at least they're giving you that, right? Yeah, because you definitely, underneath here in the surface, you have the 9 of water, which is emotional wishes come true. But it does have to do with whatever we focus on, right? It talks about that in those videos. If you want to check them out, they're free. Um, there's the playlist is on my main page, but it does talk about like a little kid who goes into a donut shop. If they're pointing out what they are fearing and what they don't want, they get a dozen of those, and then the baker goes, "Well, rather than pointing out what you don't want, point out what you love, and I'll give you dozens of that instead." So there's a lot of positive, possibilities, and that's usually when they don't give me the outcome. That means that it's all in the hands of both of you. There's choices to be made, and whatever energy you focus on is what it brings it in. But you're at a kind of a pivotal point where you can choose to focus on fears and have these self-fulfilled prophecies, or you can change your energy and see how that changes things. So I like it for you, Sylvia. Great possibilities that are there. Can feel like a dream come true, or you can have heartbreak and disappointment the entire time. Yay! And neither's right, neither's wrong. It's just a different roller coaster ride, right? So I like it that the power resides mainly inside of you for your experiences. They're responsible for their own experiences. You can't control that. You can only control your own choices, right? In your own energy. So that's what's coming in right now for you, Sylvia. Thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And Megs, thank you for your donation. And let me see here. Did you already ask your question up above? If not, pop it down below and we will go to you next here. Let me just scroll, scroll, scroll. Nope, I don't see it up there yet. Let me look one more time. Oh, nope. There it is. Thank you so much. Hey, hello, hello. So, is it best for you to wait to improve your love relationship with Pavan or move on in life? Any future with him? All right, let's take a look here and see. We'll ask spirit, because in spirit there's no shoulds. They're like there's just different choices and different experiences, and so really what you're wanting to know is what's from my highest experience. You know, should I stay or should I go? Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Um, with this energy here, it feels like moving on in life here, because the first card out is Page of Fire, which is new passion, new movement, new energy that comes in there. Sorry for the glare there. These are very glossy. So this is this energy of moving forward. And I like it for you because I feel like who you have going forward is someone that makes you feel like home. Someone in the 6 of water has been coming up a lot, the 6 of cups, which normally is nostalgia, someone from the past coming back, but the energy lately, that feels like the planet is just raising in vibration where past life connections, past life emotions that are all bubbling below the surface are coming up. And I feel like you come across someone who makes you feel like home, and it's like you are running into a best friend and you haven't known them in this life. It's all new, but you feel like you've known them before. So, I like this um, because there is someone that is more in alignment with where for you here. Well, we're focusing in on should you do this, right? So I didn't pull cards for those questions. I pulled cards for this, which really answers it doesn't matter what he's doing. It is best for you to move on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whether they move on or not, it's for you. But they're saying for you to move on because here's you with the 3 of Wands, you choosing a new direction. You're stopping investing. It's like this 10 of Wands. You've invested so much energy with very little return from them, and so they are telling you to move on because you have a new 2 of Cups, a new love that's there for the future where you won't have to invest so much to get so little back. You will actually, you know, equal, that will come in because this is just feels like pouring a lot of wands, a lot of fire, a lot of energy into a black hole, right? It's like, does anything come back? It feels that way. Because I see here you have this independent feeling where you are able to stand on your own and you feel very solid in who you are. But then they come into your life too, and they make you. Normally, there's like two people, a child, a dog, you know, an old man, which is like a grandparent, a palace, and all the pentacles, which is the fullness of life, which is what you deserve. And I feel like with you standing in your own power now, that's what allows you to move forward with all of this. So it definitely is in here throughout all of these cards that no, it's not worth waiting because it just is. Nothing has changed really, right? I mean, it feels like you just given and given and given and given, and you get back, and it's like, all right, it's insanity to continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, right? As they say. So it's like, you know what? I'm tired of being insane. I'm going to make sane movements for myself. I'm choosing me. I know there's a future of someone who's so giving, and it feels like best friends sleeping over. It's like this wonderful support, this wholeness, this fullness, so much different than you have now. It's like there's no question. It's like, let him move on, let him go, whatever, because they were there to teach you what you wanted to see in the mirror of them. Um, and it's gonna allow you to be so much more appreciative of the person you end up with, right? Because if you meet someone amazing, like your first, boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever in your life, and you wouldn't know how great you have it until you've experienced some frogs who you kissed who didn't turn into princes, right? You're just like, "Ew." Think I got a bug in my teeth, instead, it's like, wow, so you see 'em a little different. So that's what's coming in for you, Megs. I like it. I like it for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Right. And we are moving back up to the free readings, and we left off with Dajona. Let me just take a sip here. All right, Dajona. So, whatever you need to know right now. Your little emoticon. Let's see here. They went this one too. All right. Right. Wow. So you've got movement happening right here with the Knight of Wands, which is the horse on fire, fastest moving knight out of 'em all, and the Six of Air too. Movement. I feel like there's movement of energy, movement in your outside world, because Six of Air is moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but it's leaving old thinking behind, moving to new thinking that activates new movement in your life as well. So you definitely have this shum 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 shum, a lot of activity, a lot of movement that is sparking, like today or tomorrow. I mean, it feels very uh, exaggerated with movement to movement. So I feel like if you're not in it now, it will be happening very, very soon, because you have two movement cards, and it's huge movement with that Knight of Wands. So buckle up and just go with the flow because it's taking you where you're wanting to go. So the less you resist, the less water you'll have in your face, because when you swim against the tide, you get if you go with it, it's a nice little like inner tube ride on a nice slow moving, beautiful. Well, this one's like a fast moving river, but it's not like White Rapids where it's dangerous. It's just woohoo. It's more like a water ride, So I like it for you, Dajona, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you and divinely protected. You are up next. So you'd like some guidance from your angels, and you'd like Oracle deck number 2, which this one is the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So let's take a look here. What guidance do they have here for you? All right. Oh, wow. You know, I'm also going to read you something from another oracle that popped out when I was shuffling cards earlier, because it also has elephant spirit with it. So I feel like there's important information. So I'm going to read you a portion of another one that I was looking at. But you got card number 24, which is stuck in the mud. It's not as bad as it sounds. And it says, you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Says becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. So you're tricking yourself. In fact, this is a sign that you can shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. So stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that spirit has a plan for you. I like reading the reversals of these two because there's great information and sometimes it resonates. So I'm going to read it too. So the reversal normally means that this card reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want when and how you want it, like all of us, right? Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you, and you'll know when it's time to embark upon it. Wow. I love that for you. So definitely so you've got this one here and then this other one I just want to show you cuz oh my gosh. Cuz this card came flying out earlier and I they told me just hold it to the side. Look, you've got 24 with the elephant and 25 with elephant. Look at this beautiful elephants are such amazing beings, aren't they? And let's see what this one brought in here too. Learn from the past. Okay. And they only wanted me to read the protection message, well, part of this other one here, because when I was, it popped out and I read what it was, and I was like, "This seems like it's for someone," and so here it is, because it can't be ignored, right? Says all of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we're going. The stories of events you experience, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships that you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity. For you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. The protection message says, are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, a custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause you a moment's pain? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story, alter the tradition in ways that acknowledge that we all evolve, for transformation is our nature. An elephant spirit calls you to not be selective in your memory because ignoring the good or the bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by elephant spirit, who remembers the truth and honors your strength and wisdom. Wow. Whew. Pretty powerful there. So that is what they have for you, divinely protected. And um zip. I like sorry, I should have where did it go? I don't know if you have ever let's see here. This will help. There it is. This is Lord Ganesh, of course, who is the remover of obstacles and appears with an elephant head. And I feel like that is important for you. They're the remover of obstacles. So that is an amazing message. And that's what they have for you this morning, divinely protected. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Marie Jones, you are up next. And hello, you want Zach's feelings towards you. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. What are Zach's feelings for you? All right. Wow. Well, we like the 10 of water, the 10 of cups, which is this filling up and overflowing with happy, happy, joyful love emotion. So there's a lot of emotion that's there. Maybe you don't it's not communicated to you, or they because I feel with this king of earth, king of pentacles, it's abundance. Again, there's this flowing, overflowing feel, but they might be so grounded that um you don't they may not like have extreme emotions that they express because they're so centered and grounded. They might be like a earth sign, right? But definitely there's this feeling of abundance, this feeling of overflowing emotion here. So definitely some great things here. I feel like they see you as solid. They see you helping fulfill their world in their heart. But again, I did feel like they may not communicate it very well because they are just so so calm almost. It's like the Buddha there. It's like they're just you just can't tell. What are you? Have you Botoxed your entire body? I can't see feelings from you. But that's what I feel is coming in there for you, Marie. So, there we go. He's an earth sign. Well, there you go. Said, did he accidentally, drink a bottle of Botox thinking it was a beer? I don't know. But it's there. It's underneath there. Um, so, um, they'll express it in different ways. In fact, um, you might even look and see what is their love language. How do they like to receive love? Is it being told? Is it being shown? Acts of service, gifts, touch. It's like, okay, which do they seem to receive that? Because some of it may not be external expressions. And you might see like, oh, you know what, they did this for me, they did that for me. That's how they're showing it. Like my brother, he's a Taurus. He was in the military. And he in the until he had grandchildren, he didn't really express his emotions much. Now he's like wrapped around his uh granddaughter's fingers. But before, him protecting his family and preparing for emergencies and doing all this preparedness is how he expressed love to his family. So it's like, and when you realize it and you see it, you see how much they do it, and you're like, wow, that's the love. So maybe that might help too, Marie. So that's what's coming in. Many blessings to you. All right, so Keel, you are up next here. You said you thought uh all the dreams that you were having were just repeating dreams, but you feel it was all your past life memories, and you tried to work on some. Anything left to work on? Any guidance? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. Okay. Yeah, the dreams, some of them, some of the dreams we have also are to help us understand this lifetime because all of our past life information and knowledge is housed in the Akashic records and in our subconscious. That's why we're 10% conscious and 90% unconscious, subconscious, because there's so much stored in there. This page of water is about they're offering you the higher love, connecting to your higher self, your higher love that comes in here. And we have the 3 of pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self. So the dreaming that's coming in is not that they're bringing me back a quote from Rumi that says, "You don't need to find love, capital L love. You don't have to become anyone different. You don't have to, because we are these perfect beings. We're these perfect mountains." But Rumi says, "You don't have to find love. We just need to discover the obstacles that we've created between us and love." And so some of the dreams are bringing up stuff from past lives of knowledge and things to help us understand and remove it. And you definitely have a couple extra cards here with these fives, which is transformation and change, movement of energy that starts off as fear that transforms into love, energy that starts off as feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold, being left behind, and lack transforming into power and trust in that you're going to have what you need in each moment. So I feel like there are past life memories coming in, but they're kind of being overlaid over top. It's like almost like tracing paper being put over top of something so that you can um, see the correlation of lifetimes of some things that have been repeated and you've experienced them, but now it's time to remove them because they're not needed anymore on your next journey on becoming a higher and higher and higher love vibration. So hopefully that helps there. The 5 of Pentacles seems to be the theme, which is abandonment, and so you might look at this lifetime of 7 years old and younger, where you might have felt abandoned by someone significant that made you mistrust humanity, mistrust that at any moment you're going to have the rug pulled out from underneath you. Because when we trust humans, we have every right to fear that, right? Because when the human goes into fight or flight mode because their inner child feels unsafe and out of control, what happens? They do go into survival mode. Their intelligent, loving, compassionate side is booted out. And there's this little kid, this 2-year-old with their pet cat, and they're just trying to gather as much as they can to feel safe again. So that's usually why we experience abandonment, is because humans went into fear and withdrew, and there's a little child feeling unsafe and out of control, going, "Uh-oh, what's happening?" So I feel like that is what they're wanting to bring to you right now. So that's what they have for you, Keel. Many blessings to you. Enjoy the dream world. All right. You are welcome, Marie. Hey, Poco, Poca. All right. So, Happy Pill, you are up next. So, October and November. All right. Jumping into the future. Let's see what they have here. We'll pull one card for October and one for November, and we'll see what they're willing to tell you here. All right. So, we have October. October, you really realize an area of your life. I feel like it's just one. I don't feel like it's overall blanketing, but you're realizing one because it's. I feel like this one's being focused on. The rest are just other things, but you're realizing here one thing in your life where you feel a block, like I can't get past it. What is this? Why do I feel like I'm being held back? I want to move forward, which is all right. And so the awareness comes in October, and then the deep thinking comes in November, and where the release comes too. Because the King of Air, the King of Swords, co-rules with the queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So he's the master of air, the master of thought, which allows them to go and rise and see things from a higher perspective, which also allows them, with their double-edged ace of swords, to cut away the small t truths, the expectations, those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have kept you feeling blinded and bound and trapped and withheld in the past. So October, I feel like you're just like really gathering a lot of data, and you realize toward the end, I see there's something blocking me. And then November, you do the kind of changing the story, seeing the truth, removing fears around whatever it is, and there's this release that comes, and so that force field drops and you're able to move past it as you step into your power. So I like it for you, happy pill. That's what I feel is coming in there for you. So many blessings to you. And magician, you are up next. I'm just going to take a swip here. All right. Excuse me. So you would like ancestral messages. Let's take a look here and see, what do your ancestors want you to know right now? All right. Well, it's like a combo of the last two readings. It's funny because you have the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles, which does talk about feelings of lack, feelings of abandonment, being left behind, this lack feeling. And you have the Eight of Air, which is like I was just talking about, where this is movement of thought and belief of where you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted, and both of these combined together show me here that your ancestors are wanting to help you. It's like breaking a family tie, or not a tie, but a pattern, because it's like abandonment has been something from generation to generation to generation, and one way or another that's been passed down. And what that means is, usually when parents are having children, they haven't done a whole lot of reflection, right? So by the time we start to do reflection, we've already passed stuff on to the children. We already treated them, the 7 years old and younger. They already have this emotional body that's in the subconscious, programs running. And we're like, oh God, I wonder what programs I helped initiate that are going down inside the children, right? And then 7 to 14 is when we're inputting mental things into the mental body. Usually by the time of 14, we're not going to be able to change any emotions or the mind of this being that we have helped experience things in this world, right? And then we're like, oh, but we start to work on our inner self, and we try to share. But really, once children are 14 years old, they're not going to listen to us anymore. They're going to watch us, and they will watch our lives, and they'll learn from how we live our lives, not by what comes out of our mouth or what we try to teach them. By living what we want, we help do that. That's why grandparents usually get along with grandchildren, because the grandparents have done inner work, and they, even though they can't change and change like experiences and emotions with their children, they try to change things with our grandchildren, right? So it's usually skips a generation. But this is what your ancestors want you to know, is that there's been these patterns that have been passed down from generation to generation, and you can be part of the breaking of those chains. And they're like, our bad, you know. But it's we all came, you knew what you were signing up for, but now you can be a chain breaker, though. So I like that for you, magician, and that's what they have for you now. They're pretty funny. All right, so many blessings to you. All right, double, triple, quadruple X. You are up next. So, will you break free from what's holding you back in your life? All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got here. You definitely have the power to do so, which we like. You have the Queen of Fire who, you know, Wands energy, she has like the Ace of Wands. Wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands, right? When we focus in on the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, these are our fears. What a beautiful card, even though it represents, nightmare and insomnia. We have all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets. This is what holds us back. Fears, right? And the Queen of Fire is the powerful energy of where we focus, we can change things because what holds us back in life, every moment is energy. We're putting out energy constantly. It's like we have this fireman helmet on with this big fire hose attached, and wherever we're looking is where energy is going and expanding. So it's on 100% 24/7, right? If we focus in on our fears are lower vibrational energy, right? And we come down here to experience it. There's no right or wrong, there's no judgment. Just when we realize, oh, so if I'm focusing on this and this is not what I want anymore, I change my focus and my life changes. But when we're focusing on our fears, that's what holds us back. It's like an anchor. It's like, like a ship with anchors overboard moves very, very slow because it takes so much energy to move forward. But as we cut away the anchors, as we cut away the fears and we raise our love vibration, then we're able to move. It's like a hot air balloon with sandbags too. I like that example where, we have all these sandbags that are holding us down. We're like, but I want to go higher. It's like, well, you got to cut off some sandbags. And so when we look and question our fears and we focus our energy on unconditional love and joy and peace and gratitude and appreciation and laughter, then that allows us to rise more. So I love this, that it's all in your hands. You do have the ability to break free. We are, of course, taught, most human children are taught. I usually say, unless you were adopted by a Buddhist monastery when you were a baby, we are taught to focus on our fears, focus on what we fear will leave our lives or will come in or what's in our life that we don't like. We're taught to focus on all of that. And that's the anchors that slow us down, right? So that's our habit, but we can change our habit um, on focusing on those other things by like an alarm on your phone. That's the biggest thing I say. You can put reminders all over your place, but these days, what gets our attention? A silent vibrating alarm in our purse or in our pocket or wherever on our table where it's, brrrr, or we fill it in our pocket or your purse rattles or whatever it is that brings our attention back. And you can set it for every waking half hour that you're awake or every hour. To the extent you want to change your habit, repetition is important because we have been taught these things through repetition and we change our habits through repetition. So, as much as we can come back to gratitude, 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 unconditional love, joy, peace, laughter, and then when a fear goes, hey, I want your attention, you can go, okay, well, come here. I will pay attention to you. Why am I fearing? What am I fearing? What's the root of this? And we can release it and transform it. And then we cut an anchor. It no longer serves us, right? So that's what's coming in for you, double, triple, quadruple X. Hopefully that is helpful. Hang in there. You can do it. All right. So, Alex, you are up next here. You like a general reading. All right. What does Spirit wants you to know right now? Okay. So you definitely have this ability to bring in this new opportunity into your life here. Here's the King of Fire. We just talked about the Queen of Fire. So if you want to listen to double, triple, quadruple X's reading right before yours, it'll give you some information on here. Because the King of Fire has they have the Ace of Wands. They have this focus. They have this power to step forward. The king has more divine masculine energy, which is more move it, move it, move it. You can invest your power. You can step forward. Entrepreneur energy. This taking ownership of life, a lot like the emperor. because this is fire energy. The Emperor is Aries energy, and so it's about stepping out of the norm, stepping out of following, and instead leading your life, stepping forward. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Earth, which is one, seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. But two, also, it's about brand new opportunities sparking and opening up for you. But it's because of your energy you're putting forward that's allowing this change, this movement to come into your life. So and it can be in any area of your life as well. So I like it for you, Alex. The power, the power, the power. That's what they're wanting you to focus on right now is how much your energy. But definitely listen to double, triple, quadruple X's reading right before yours because they do talk about some things about taking ownership of your energy as well. So I like it. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Julia, hello. You are up next. So, you want some advice from spirit guides about August in love. All right. Let's see what they have here for you. All right. So we've got the Four of Water, which is emotional balance for the month of August here. And we've got the Six of Earth, which is equal giving and receiving. I did talk about this card too in the Take 10 with Zen, episode 5, I believe. It's 4 or 5, which talks about timing and fated events and um there can be out of balance. We've probably talked about this before, but out of balance giving and receiving that goes all the way back to when we're like 7 years old and younger. This emotional, like we feel, it's deep in our subconscious, our little inner child's going, no, you have to give 1,000 love coins before you can get one back. So check those out and see if that resonates because that can give you some empowerment and release some of that energy so that things can flow. But it feels very, very calm. It feels very balanced. It feels very, um, like I said, going with the flow, enjoying this flow of love. It's usually 3 cups that are we're bored with. It's like the old type of love. You know, didn't fill us up. But the fourth cup being offered is a higher love, a self love that overflows. And the more we, of course, raise our love vibration and, release these old beliefs or these older programs that are running below the surface, the higher we go, the more we open up to our self love, the more this love opens up for this. So I like it. I like it for you. It feels positive. It just feels like fine tuning is more of the energy. And if you check out those two, they're less than 10 minutes each too. The Take 10 was done. And if you comment, you can get into the drawing for a possible a free reading too. But while you're at it there, if you feel drawn to those. So that's what they have for you right now, Julia. That's their advice for this moment. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Elisa, you are up next. Blessings to you as well. So, what should you expect for next week? Well, there are no shoulds. You can expect whatever you want, but realize expectations equal disappointment. That's something I've been saying, gosh, since I was like 16 years old. My family was going to beat me back then, and that was 40 years ago. But let's take a look here and see what. So what we're asking, just razzing you, Eliza, is what is based on your current energies. What is the next week bringing for you? And then if you don't like what's coming, then you know that you can change your energies or if you like it, you keep your energies where they're at, right? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, you do have a significant change here with 2 major arcana, which so perfectly well together. You have the Tower card, which tells you that someone or something is being removed out of your path, out of your way, out of your life on purpose for a purpose, which does allow, with the full card here, for this movement forward. We've got this the 0 is the first card in the major arcana, which the last card in the major arcana is the world card, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of new. That's why it's so perfect here. And the full card is the new beginning, free of expectations, free of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. It feels like an adventure. So someone or some things moved out of your way to open up possibilities. And if you can not try to control it, not try to put restrictions around it, and just go, "You know what? This time I'm just gonna kinda go with the flow with wherever this is headed, and I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is. I'm not gonna, put a lot of rules around it." So, I like it for you, Lisa. That's what they have for you right now. So, many blessings to you. That is what they have. All right, and Angel Bliss, you are up next. Hello, hello. So you just want to know, just know what I'm doing wrong, what's stopping me from achieving what I want. That's all. That's all. Just you're so funny. Let's take a look here and see what advice Spirit has for you around the situation here for you. All right. So what we have here, Angel Bliss, we've got the Emperor card, which is all about um, it's Aries energy, standing up, stepping into your power. And you have the king. So you have an emperor and a king, divine masculine energies. Um, but the king of air, king of swords, who is all about thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. All the kings are given a second portion of air. So he's the master of thought and belief. And the emperor is like in their throne room, surrounded by people with their own blah 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 small t truths of opinion of how the world should be. So what I feel like is here is, when you're looking at what is stopping you from achieving what you want, the first advice Spirit is saying is, are you sure that what you're wanting is really what you want? Or is it all these advisors that have been speaking in your ear, telling the emperor, well, this is what you should do for the kingdom. No, no, no. This is what you should do for the kingdom. No, you must do this. You have to do this. You're supposed to do this. They have a lot of blah, blah, blah that fills our head that, we're like, well, this is what I'm supposed to be wanting. This is what I want to achieve, but why do we want to achieve it? So there is this questioning comes in, and you have the empowerment here with this to really see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love. Look at the fears we have of failure, the fears we have of rejection, the fears we have of losing unconditional love. What will people think? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of fears based on this long list of opinions that we've had, right? So if you're not moving forward, then there's a couple, those two things can be involved. Either it's not what you truly want, not what your high heart wants, just what you've been brainwashed, conditioned to want, but it's not truly what your heart wants. Or there's fears around it that are weighing you down and anchoring you back because there's these underlying fears. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to just consider is getting away from all the noise. That's what the emperor does. They clear the throne room of all their advisors, and they step back and go, what is it that I want? Take a deep breath, connect to your higher self, your higher heart, and go, what would make you sing? What makes my heart sing? What makes me feel full? And I like another quote from Rumi is, your heart knows the way. Run that way. Run towards it, I think is what it said. I even had up here. Oh, your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. So follow your heart, not your mind. The mind is full of fears and restrictions, but the heart is like, "Woohoo! This is what I wanna do." Then you have this movement, you have this, forward, uh, because 'cause you're releasing fears and you're headed towards where you know you wanna go. You're not fearing failure because you're doing it for you, not everyone else. When we're doing it for everyone else, we fear we're not gonna do it right, and sometimes we hold ourselves back. But when we're doing it for us, then we know. So that was coming in Angel Bliss. Hopefully that is helpful. And that's what they have for you right now. All right. And Daisy, you are up next. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? You were kind of sad about the reading yesterday, but I'm fine. LOL, love and light. Um, there's this interesting, and I'll pull cards here in a sec, but when I'm like this message that comes through around sadness. And this is great for everyone. It's a great learning moment for you, for me, for everyone who's listening right now or that will listen to this. We can replace I felt sad without judgment that I chose sadness. That first changes and allows awareness around our power. Like, um, I'm not sad. Um, I felt sadness, and then we can, because that's just a momentary feeling. It's not our existence, right? So we can change it to that first, actually. So I felt sadness, and then we can change it to I chose sadness. And then, really, at the core, if we really want to be truthful with ourselves, we can replace I chose sadness with the root of what sadness is, which is I chose fear. Ooh, right? That gets even deeper. And then we can ask ourselves, what was I fearing in that moment that I chose fear based sadness? There's release that comes there. There's awareness that comes from that, because every experience we go through is on purpose for a purpose, and we'll continue choosing sadness in situations, and if we're okay with that, that's great. There's nothing wrong. That's why we said without judgment, you look and realize I chose sadness. That's okay. There's no wrong choice. There's just different experiences that come with that, and you can change it. You can change it. You can step into your power. If you're tired of feeling sadness, tired of feeling anger. Actually, this week's was the pick a card was how I can transform anger. The week before that was how can I transform my sadness. So if that interests, you can check out that pick a card as well uh, for more information on that. But I feel like that's what they're wanting to bring in here is the empowerment that comes through realizing I choose my emotions in each moment. They don't happen to me. People don't make me feel a certain way. I do. And here we go. We got the Hierophant really diving deep into this invitation of capital T truths of who do I want to be? What do I want to in life? What do I want to choose in life? Right. And the seven of fire, standing tall, not worrying about having to defend yourself. The seven of fire is like you are this bright light on a dark hill, and it's okay to choose what you're wanting. With a combination of these, it's like you're realizing who do you want to be, what do you want to do, and this is you standing up and being yourself. Like I am a unicorn. I know I am unique, but hey, this is me. And there's other people that like, hey, I don't want you to be a unicorn. I want you to be who I want you to be. Come back down here and fit in with the rest of us. Don't stand out. And because they're like, we're miserable, and how dare you be happy? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. But There's a wonderful saying that says, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, misery loves company, but so does joy, and they throw better parties. I choose joy." So, I like that for you. That's what they have for you right now, Daisy, so hopefully that is helpful, and many blessings to you. Love and light to you. All right. So we will continue down the list here. Divine Beauty, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Mia Mia. Hello, dear Mia. So you want to know, with this new beginning coming, what will F like about you knowing each other better? Will he feel as if you will he feel as you feel towards him? All right, let's take a look here. Let me just take a sip here. Let's see what they have here. So, what will he like about you knowing each other better? Okay, I feel like that's those. And then, will he feel as you feel toward him? All right. All right. So, I like these here. First of all, the Four of Earth. So, when we're asking, how will he feel about you knowing each other better? The Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles is this feeling of home, this feeling of like four walls in the outside world, stability in the outside world. So I like this because, the feeling of real home, not like if you grew up in an abused, you know, an abused childhood and home means, oh, I don't want to go there. No, this is any child, any human, when something feels like home, it's you know what it does inside of you. You're just like, you feel safe, you feel this um, kind of energy there. So I like it. Um with that. And then the 5 of water, is also this energy here, with the 3 spilt cups and the 2 cups behind. The other thing they feel is there's this comfort in expressing themselves. Well, like you're saying, safe and loved, right? Because the 5 of water is like this permission to that there's no wrong emotional choice. Like, there's not like, if they get angry or something, you don't go like, "Okay," you're just like, "What's going on?" And it's okay. Feel what you need to feel. And when you're ready to talk, let me know, That's the kind of safe place. There's no judgment. And I feel like this is what they feel from you, is that you're just this beautiful, safe space for them to express their emotions, whatever it may be, and they're not afraid that they're going to be judged for it, or that you're going to post it online, you know, secretly record it and play it up for everyone. There's this. I like this feeling of safety. Excuse me. So I like that. Um, the thing about here, when you're saying, will he feel as you feel? I feel like there's energy. We'll get to this here. They will, but they're going through the temptation. This is the shadow card, the devil card, which is their beliefs, their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are being shaken and rattled, and they're being challenged at this point in their life, which is good, because we want them to leave behind the fearful thoughts of supposed to be, should be, need to be, that chain them and keep them feeling trapped and caged, that keep the heart from being able to express itself. And this is what's happening here with that's going on here. So they wanted you to know that in between this, there is this rattling of their cage, where so it's okay to witness it and to allow that and to see that it's happening, because ultimately they do have the Ace of Cups. In finding their own self-love, they're able to express the love. But if they don't find, I'm pointing down at the this card. They don't find this release to find their true inner love, then their self-love is like, a small little pipeline, and they can't give love or receive love until they expand their self-love. So they have to go through that shadow experience to open up their own love, so they love themselves and they're able to love you. As we say, as Spirit says, we can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So here's that Ace of Cups, the finding the upper love, which allows them then to love you as you love them. Otherwise, you might be pouring love out. And in the meantime, while you're waiting, of course, you can also be working on raising your love vibration, as always, right? But we've got the movement, we've got the Chariot card, which is victory and movement regarding love, and also the power of choice. Like you can't choose for them, you can only choose for you, right? So every moment, regardless of what's going on in the outside world, you are the one that gets to choose. It's the four suits of the minor arcana of tarot. Swords, you get to choose what story you put to each moment. Cups, you get to choose what emotion you feel in each moment. Um, what wands, you get to choose what energy you invest in each moment. And pentacles, you get to choose what action you put in each moment. It's all in your hot little hands of the experience that you get to experience, right? So everyone is a mirror, and it's important to know that, because will he feel as I feel towards him? Will we ever know? We don't know. Will we ever truly know? Not until we're at a higher place, right? Because we're constantly looking in a mirror. We only see the world as we are. And so if I'm full of self-love, I'm going to see people loving me. If I have hatred inside me, I'm going to see hatred in the outside world. And that is how this energetic world works. We're all wearing these Google glasses that we're watching our own movie, and we have no idea what's really going on there. But I love this power with the Chariot, realizing that no matter what's going on in the outside world, you are the one choosing what you want to see, what you want to feel, what energy you're expanding, and what actions you want to take. We're not at the whim of anyone else's choices. We are the powerful individuals with the power of choice and free will, which is amazing. That's where I want my power. I don't want my power to depend on anyone else. I want it all here. Control freaks unite. We have the power. All right, Mia, that's what they have for you right now. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. And Divine Beauty, we had left off with you for the free readings. And you want to know what is coming towards you? What? A unicorn with a bouquet of flowers. Oh, okay. More or less. You've got love headed your way here. So, yay. And this can be romantic, but it can be, a significant friendship, like best friend, or an old, family member who you haven't been in contact with. But it is definitely an important relationship in your life. And we have the four of air, peace of mind, too. So, whoever this is, whatever kind of relationship this is, it coming in allows this calmness, your mind to be at peace, this wonderful flow of mental energy, letting go of, they help you see things from a higher perspective, and they help you cut away some fear. So there is this peaceful energy that comes in with this. So I like it. So it really is a unicorn coming in, someone who's not normal, that brings in peace rather than chaos into your life. You're like, what is that? Normally, people I feel bring drama because your heart is so open, and your energy just draws people to kind of bleh, throw up their life on you. even strangers, I just feel like you're just like, "Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, sure, what's going on?" You're like, "Who am I gonna sit by on a plane or a train?" Because you're like, here they're gonna go, "Hey, how are you?" "Blah, okay. I was just wanted to hear, 'I'm doing good, but please share.'" But this person comes in and they bring in the opposite. So that's why I feel like they're a unicorn, and they bring you these roses, which is this I feel like I saw white roses, so that's what friendship, right? They bring you this friendship, and whatever it is, it starts off in this wonderful way. If it goes to something else, that's different, but, I feel like this is what comes in and what is headed towards you. So many, many blessings to you, divine beauty. So many blessings. All right. You're very welcome, Mia. All right. So Michelle Desir, hello, hello. Oh, well, thank you. You're so kind. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. So I like this energy that's coming in here. I mean, you've got the Hanged Man, which shows me that there's been this transformation that's been going on, and there's been these ability to see things from a higher perspective. But the Two of Fire, the Two of Wands coming in here is this powerful energy. And I feel like whatever's been kind of hanging around, something that's kind of slowed down is about to speed back up. Because I feel like you've been seeing things, you've been focusing on awareness and seeing things more clearly around a situation. And now you're like, okay, I know what I want to do. And this Two of Wands energy is about making plans and starting to take small steps toward it. So where the patience was like, what? Hold on. And you want to see things were changing. And like, oh, okay, I see why. I see why I was paused, because things were changing. That changes how I want to see everything. So I like that for you. But now they're saying now is the time. You can don't necessarily make like this 10-year plan, but plan, till the end of the year of whatever this is, and start taking the little steps toward it. You are going to hit the Three of Wands. I feel like there's going to be more information that comes in towards the end of the year where you do alter. It's not like you totally change the entire plans, but you're taking steps and you're like, okay, now, okay, with this new stuff that's happening, I'm going to go this way. So I like it. I like it for you. So where there was pause, now there's like movement, and you can do that. So I like it for you, Michelle. And that is what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right, LA, I did see alarms somewhere here. Let's take a look. Hello, hello, hello. All right, there you are. So, you'd like an energy read on yourself. Are you scaring your money off? All right, let's take a look here and see. In fact, I have these money and the law of attraction cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks. She, if you're not aware, she's for years been channeling a higher being named Abraham. Abraham? I think Abraham. So let's take a look here and see. We're going to pull cards from here. So, money and the law of attraction. All right. So, we'll see what little card comes in here. So, says, I will praise success wherever I see it. Gratitude, right? Look at the power in your hands. Card number 27. Oh, let me show you the back, and then I'll read it. So for the sake of the video, you'll have it saved here to always come back to if you need to. Bring on Abraham. So when you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you're pushing money away from you. Maybe you are scaring money off because it's let's take a look here. Let's read on. But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and that your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good to you, then you will be in alignment not only about the subject of money, but about every important subject in your physical experience. So, this not focusing on what other people are doing, but what's going on inside of you, right? I like that. I feel like we want to pull another one too. Very empowering. I feel like this is for more than just you and me. Ooh, wow. And this one says, let me read it here. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. Ooh, that's card number 42. And let me just do this one so we have it on record. And this one says, what is has no bearing on what is coming unless you're continually regurgitating the story of what is. So, by thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you're currently living to be the jump off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. Wow, those are powerful. I love these cards. Um, because they do, of course, talk about whatever we focus on is what grows and expands, right? So if we're focusing on money, the lack of money, the money not being here, the money's not here yet, our energy tells the universe, I really enjoy the money not being here yet. I enjoy scaring off my money, as you're saying. I enjoy it being not here. So, can you make it not be here longer and maybe even take away more, or what we hate in our life? And we talked about this energy a lot, but I feel like that really brings it home, right? These examples that she gave there. So, the energy read is it wherever we're focusing on the most is what we draw to us. So if I'm in one moment focusing on gratitude for, what is coming and for what abundance I do have, but I spend 99% of the time focusing on it's not here, that's the predominant thing that's coming in, right? Well, there's a difference between pretending and focusing on gratitude, right? Appreciation for what is, as well. So, because we're taught, and no fault to any human on this planet, there's no judgment, but we're all taught to focus on fear, what is missing, what is in our life we hate. We're focused on that, right? The fight or flight stuff. And so that's our habit. But to change our habit of focusing on gratitude for what we do have and what is coming, it's like I'm grateful that pretending that it doesn't exist doesn't mean that there's all this stuff that's bubbling under the surface, right? It's like I'm just going to pretend that I'm not worried about money, but underneath it's like there's all this energy of worry about money. Well, that's what's communicating to the universe, not this pretend game we think we're putting on, right? Um, so, and I don't know if you've done that or not, but about the changing our habit, we learned over through repetition to focus on all that stuff. So to change our attitude towards gratitude and appreciation for what is in our life and what's coming in our life, for the money and the abundance we do have. And this is even for love, it's for anything in our life. Whatever we're focusing on is what expands. So, like I talk about changing on your phone, doing a vibrating alarm. If you really want it to change fast, every 30 minutes, a vibrating alarm going off, a silent one in your purse, your pocket, your table, that brings you back to gratitude, brings you back to gratitude, brings you back to gratitude. That's what changes the energy, right? Otherwise, we're spending more of our time really worrying about not having love, worrying about not having money, worrying about not having good health, worrying about asteroids coming and hitting the planet, worrying about alien attacks, whatever fears we have. We're growing them and we're expanding them because that's what we're taught to do. But if we can change our habit to focusing on gratitude for what we do have, even if it starts with, I'm grateful I have two eyes that see, or if I have one blind eye, that I have one eye that sees. Some people are totally blind, you know. I'm grateful I have two ears I hear from. Some people only have one ear. Some people can't hear at all. I'm glad that I have two working arms. Some people are missing a limb. Some people have no limbs. You know, it's when we start focusing on appreciation and gratitude for what we do have in our lives that we're telling the universe that we are grateful for. You know, I enjoy being grateful for things in my life. Then we have more things to be grateful for that come in. So we have a very, very mighty, mighty power that comes in, and I like those cards there. Yeah. And so the Ace of Swords comes up, which is about changing our mindset, seeing things from a higher perspective, and cutting away our fears, right? Well, there's no bad, no good. It all just is. But when we determine what we want, right? The universe is like, there's no supposed to, there's no should. They're like, we come down here for our experiences. And if we don't like what we're experiencing, then we get off the ride and we change it, right? So if you feel that there's fear, and you don't want to feel that fear anymore, or if you feel lack and you don't want to feel lack anymore, or if you feel lonely and that there's no love, then we can change that by changing where we're investing our energy. So there's no bad, no good. That's all judgment. That's fear. You know, what if my energy is wrong? That's fear. That's not of creator. That's of man. Judge, 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 determine, am I doing what I'm supposed to, should, need to, have to, must? You know what, I'm supposed to have love in my life. I'm supposed to have a large amount of money in my life. I'm supposed to be doing this with my life. So much pressure, right? So there's this freedom that can come from it. All right, so one more money and the law of attraction card, and then because I feel like this is helpful for all of us. Ooh, I like this one. I like them all. The story I tell is the basis of my life. Card number 60. Wow, very bright. Sorry. There we go. A little more clear there. And that says there is no right or wrong way to tell your improved story. I mean, they were just saying that, right? It can be about your past, present, or future experiences. The only criterion that is important is that you be conscious of your intent to tell a better feeling, improved version of your story. Telling many good feeling short stories throughout your day will change your point of attraction. Just remember that the story you tell is the basis of your life. So tell it the way you want it to be. Wow. Everything we just talked about. So, boom, whatever you focus on, what story you're telling yourself and everyone else throughout the day is the story of your life that will come. It'll change your point of attraction, what you're attracting in. So hopefully that helps LA and anyone else that was listening to that, because that I love it. All right. So many blessings, my friend, and we are moving on. So Sudeshni, you are up next for the next free reading, and you want to know, will BCX call you for the job? All right, well, let's take a look here. Boom, boom. You know, we've got the three of air here, which is the disappointment card. So I don't feel like they will, Sudeshni, but try not to let that get you down, because the strength card here shows this is your human, this is your higher self. They've got bigger plans for you. There's something more in alignment with your soul purpose, and BCX would take you off in a direction that would not be for your highest experience. This is telling us that your higher self is, I won't say interfering in your life, because it is their life, but they're altering course. They're keeping a door locked because they're like, when there's a lion behind it, you don't want to open that door because there's something that's not for your highest experience there. They have a different path in store for you. So I don't feel like they will call you back for the job. And it's like one of those thank God for unanswered prayers, because it wouldn't have been um as amazing for you as where you're going to be headed. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Sadeshni. So hang in there and keep your eyes open for that new door that's opening up there for you. All right. And Hamant, hi. So, like 164 is the end of you and Safalta's love life. It's been 3 months, 28 days. You broke up. Last conversation with her was on July. Oh, it's Saturday night in India. Okay, so you're asking, is this the end? Okay, I got it. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. Is this the end? So with the magician here and the nine of fire, there's this energetic block that has been there between the two of you. It's like it's been like an energy field that's been raised, because there is this new journey, this new energy, this new movement that is coming in here. You've got the magician with the magic wand, which can be fire, it can be action. It's definitely divine masculine energy about movement, and the nine of fire is this energy. If you think of the nine of fire, the nine of wands, that usually it's like there's this nine wands that are blocking our way forward, right? And they even have like a bandage on their head from hitting their head up against a wall over and over and over again. They've got the bandage, right? And this, with a magician, it's you stepping into your power, you realizing, you know what, I don't need to focus on this energy anymore. It's like, okay, this, we've ended it. I feel like that this block came up on purpose for a purpose, and now it is time for you to change direction. And you stepping into your power allows you to remove, like, one of those is your magic wand, and you're taking it, and it opens a space for you to move forward in your life. So I definitely feel with the combination of these, it is time to move forward, that there is something more in alignment with your path. But the pausing has been for you to reflect. What did you learn about yourself through here? You each were mirrors for one another. You don't know what mirror you were for her, or them, and they will, learn what they wanted to learn. But you get to go, okay, what fears came up? What thoughts and beliefs and mindsets? What emotions? I can learn from that, because it was destined for you to interact with one another, but now fate has you moving forward in a different direction. But if you don't want to repeat with the next person what it was, it's important to look at it. I know I had like 5 relationships that were pretty much the same person in a different body, reflecting back to me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. Because I'm a fast learner. It only took 5 mirrors for me to go, "Oh, look, I see that." So that's what's coming in there, Hamant. So many blessings to you. Hang in there, but definitely movement forward is shown there. All right, very good. All right, and then Dollface Diva, you are up next. So a general read. Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Feel like you've been getting things like this. There has been this transformation, this holding period going on in your life, but here comes the Two of Cups. There is an important friendship relationship with an individual that's coming up here. So, this holding pattern has been here. What you've learned during this period of where this was being held back has been for you. And now here they come. It is this opening. The waiting is over. They will be showing up here in the near future here, and, I feel like it's been important. Whatever the delay has been has allowed things to get moved out of your life and into your life to really create the circumstances here. They're showing me a, a saltwater aquarium, and I'll tell you, this is how they communicate because they 'cause they'll touch a memory of mine to bring around a story. So creating a saltwater aquarium, they are, of course, the ecosystem of saltwater aquarium is so sensitive. So you put all your water, you put all the coral, you put all the salt stuff in it, you start the filters going, you get these other little tiny fishies that create the ecosystem. You put them in there for weeks. It creates it, and then you start putting in the plants. The plants help the ecosystem. Then you bring in the big fish, because those big fish, if you just put them in the water right away, they die. So that it's a very sensitive ecosystem that you have to maintain out from the sea, in this aquarium for these sea creatures to exist. So I feel like this is what has happened for you is this, the waiting period has been creating the ecosystem. So this fish that comes into your life, this person, doesn't it allows this beautiful ecosystem between the two of you. So that is what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So I like their explanation. They're like, okay, this was the reason for the wait. Yeah. You are very welcome, Hamant. Thank you so much. Hey, T Chris. Happy Saturday to you too. Good to see you. All right. So Rimsha Hamid, thank you for liking. That's a great time. I get so caught up in readings, I forget to thank everyone for all the thumbs up that you give the video. Something free that you can do, and it does help spread the Zen love. So thank you all for doing that, and being part of the love tsunami. And thank you, Rimsha, for mentioning that, and I appreciate that. All right. So, what will be the final outcome of your recent relationship with the Libra? All right. So, based on current energies, let's see what the outcome is here. I feel like that things are not going to, you guys are going to drift apart, is really the energy I'm feeling here, because you have this Ace of Swords here, which is a new thought, new communication that comes in. And the Six of Water here, the Six of Cups, is like someone from your past coming back that takes you in a different direction. But the Six of Water that's been coming up lately, the whole planet, I've been getting the Six of Cups so much in my readings, and it has to do with our the vibration of the planet overall, the love vibrations increasing, which is taking us from being like 10% conscious and 90% subconscious. All our past lives and all our spiritual awareness, there's so much below the surface, but we're going from like 10 to 90, to 11% and 89. That extra 1% of our consciousness is bringing these past life relationships and memories into our world, into our consciousness. And this is someone you coming across and having communication with that you feel like you've known before, but not in this lifetime. You might even quiz each other about, where'd you go to school? Where have you worked? I feel like I know you from somewhere. And they feel the same way. And you're like, it must have been a past life. And they're like, I think so. And that just feels like it. So I feel like the outcome of this recent relationship with Libra kind of just falls away, but it's okay because in the falling away, you meet this person and you feel this bond like best friends, and it could lead to romance, but it's this wonderful connection that comes in. So that's what's coming in, Rimsha. So many blessings to you. And that is what they have in this moment. All right. And then Melinda Lewis, you said hello, hello. And Carla Brock, hello. And Sylvia B, hello, hello. So, hello to all you guys. If you asked a question, we'll be getting down to those down below. I know you said like hello like 2 hours ago, but hello. All right. And then Hemant, we did that. So, butterflies, you are up next. You're wondering Brian's intentions and if he's going to take action. All right, Brian, let's see what's going on with you. So, what is happening here? All right. So I do see here with the intentions, we have the Page of Cups. So new love, higher love. So they definitely have emotional desires here, and I like it. And will they take action? Empress, new birth, new beginning, sensuality, harvest. So I feel like this is yes with both of these here. So they've got emotion, and I feel like they will take action with this here, butterflies. So easy breezy, fast and easy here. I like the birth here, because the Empress, of course, she's got emotional water energy too. So this isn't just, you know, uh, passion. This is emotion. This is love. This is, you know, heartfelt, not body felt. Just body felt. There is body felt there, of course. We want that. We want both, right? Um, nah, I love you as a friend. They're like, I love you for you, and I also want to touch you. Right. So that's what's coming in, butterflies. So many blessings for you. We'll continue moving down the list. You're welcome, Sudeshni. All right. And we are down to Nuza Miranda. Hello, hello. You want to know, what does Abdu want to tell you? All right, let's take a look here. What do they want to tell you? All right. Whoa. Passion and Aries energy, passion. They want to decide, they want to act, they want to take leadership, they want to step forward, they want to step away from all of these expectations everyone's been telling them. And they want to move forward, they want to have action, they want to express themselves here. So they definitely want this passion that's here to be expressed, and they don't want to be feel like they're being controlled by other people. They're ready to step up and step forward. Like I said, Aries energy, very fiery, fiery, passionate energy here. So it is there. They have this. They got the hots, and they want to express it. Um, so you know, like we said, we want it all, right? We want people to have mental thoughts about us, emotions, attraction, and a passion for us, and we want action in the physical world as well, right? So, well, we're starting off with passion, so that's good, right? But that's what they want to tell you right now in this moment. So that is their message for you. All right. So many blessings to you there, Nuza. And Alexis, you are up next. Did you miss your shot with Larry last night? All right, let's take a look here. Nah, I don't think so. You got the Seven of Earth. This tells us the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit, but I also feel like there's this energy of what is meant for you will never pass you by. If something is fated for us, something is meant for us, then it doesn't, it doesn't, it's not like a one shot and like, oh, you missed it. Bye. If you want, if you feel drawn to it, check out my Take 10 with Zen. The last 3 episodes have been about fate, and they mentioned fate. So I would, look into that and listen to those. It really shows our power that we have with fated events, and it brings some clarity too. which will be like, I think, reassuring for you. So check those out. And also, there's a giveaway on Monday based on watching, liking, and commenting on the different Take 10 with Zen too. So you can kill two birds with one stone while you're watching them if you want. All right, so that's what they have for you, Alexis. I don't. I feel like it does come to pass. That Four of Cups is emotional stability, stability around love. So what's meant for you is not going to pass you by in that fruition. The Seven of Pentacles just say it's going to be a little bit, but it will. There will be fruit that will be born there. All right, so that's what's going on, right? And Sylvia B, we took care of those. We took care of those. All right. So Clover, we are to your question there. We are getting close to the bottom. All right. So Clover, will you reconcile with Gabrielle? Let's take a look here. All right. You know, we've got this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture card here. The Leo card normally is like a victory and a celebration here, but there's also this energy of there's some inner child stuff that you've been called apart to work on because the Queen of Earth is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, and the Sun card, like I said, is Leo energy, which is inner child. And so this is all about nurturing you and getting to the heart of some stuff that's below the surface here for you. So whatever came up between the two of you, it's important for you to reflect on it. This feels more about you, not about us. I'm just going to pull an additional card here. Yeah. The Ten of Fire is ending and beginning. So I don't feel like there's this, drawing back together. This is more you've invested a lot of energy in them with very little return. And so now it's time to uh, come back to the Ace of Wands, which is a new passion, and bringing it down to just one thing that you're focusing on, which is you with the Sun card here. So I don't feel like you'll reconcile, and because I feel like you're being drawn to focus in on you, and once you release some of these things that are bubbling below the surface, you're not going to want to. You're going to be like, oh, I see why I was with them, why I was drawn, why things unfolded the way they were, and there's not going backward. There is going forward with a new vision of what you wanting and who you're wanting and who you want to be. So I feel like this transformation, it's like you turn into this butterfly and you realize, oh, they're a caterpillar. I don't want to be with caterpillar. I want to be with butterflies. So if that makes sense. So that is what they have for you, Clover. So many blessings to you. Hey, Love1234, thank you so much. I did get your donation that came through here. So we'll jump down to you. And then Aquarius 7, you will be up next for the free readings. So thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we have here. So the first one is going to be operations. The other one is in product management. So we'll have those. And then number 2. Okay. Uh-oh, right? And then number 3. All right. So will it be, and what would it be like? Well, evidently, that must be a yes if all these be like cards come out. Okay. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. So operations, okay, or product management. Okay. It's very obvious. Operations, conflicting fire energy, product management, 10 of Pentacles, life full and overflowing, boom, boom, boom. So product management. And then, will you get it before then? All right. Yes. So number 2 is yes. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know, obvious answer, right? So, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. So this would be a new role, new opportunity opening up. They do show here the 3 of fires, the 3 of wands, you choosing to go a different direction, um, verbal conflict, mental conflict, but I feel more like communication conflict and you choosing to go a different way, here. So, I do see here, it before you're going, on that trip, and it could be that you're just like, "I don't wanna do this anymore, bye." But I feel like it's you that, changes direction, so, y yeah, I like that. Alright, and then oh, I like it. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Say, "No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you." So for your, last question, are you going on vacation? 4 of fire, 4 of wands, celebration, joy, woohoo! I really like it. So this is a positive. Well, obviously, I kinda knew that because when you asked how would it be, there's, there's all this, we got more cards. If it was a no, there'd be, like, no cards coming out, right? So I like it. I like how it's gonna be the 10 of air, letting go of expectations, allowing it to be, letting go of control, int purposely, emphasized. 9 of pentacles, very much, feeling independent, as you're going, and I like that. I mean, I feel like it's, again, not no expectations. There's this, um, you know, this thing here, right? There's this standing firm in who you are and not having a lot of expectations, just enjoying the journey. I mean, you got the page of water, so there is this love feeling that's there, and the calling. You got the judgment card. This is your higher self calling you to this higher place, seeing things from a higher perspective, which I like. There is this self love. And I like it. It's like with when there's no expectations, when there's no supposed to, should, need to, and we're standing in our own strength about my own self-love, not defining myself by someone else's actions or words or any supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. It allows fun. It allows life instead of disappointment and judgment and comparison and fighting and lower vibrational energies. That allows it to be so free, like an adventure, instead of, well, you didn't say what I wanted you to say, or you didn't want to go to the restaurant I wanted to go to. There's this openness to it, right? Yes, it is definitely so. So I like it. So yeah, so they're saying it can be great and wonderful. All right. It's normal in the human because there's fears. It's you know, um there's fears there's attachment to people's actions and words that we've been taught all our lives, and it's normal for people to get upset about things that seem stupid, but when we're out of our minds in fear, we are stupid. And none of us can say we've never done a stupid thing in our lives. We're like, I acted stupid. I know I did. It's because my little 2-year-old was in charge with their pet cat. What do you expect? So we change our mind, we change our lives. I like it. All right. And then thank you. So your yes or no question, huh? Okay. So yes or no. Is it, oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? No. The tower. Uh this would be uh, something else, because this is something being removed out of your life for you to open your heart space and your path. So I don't see it would be that here. And thank you for your additional donation as well, and all your donations. I appreciate it. You are very welcome. Let's put all the cards back in here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And enjoy your amazing journey. All right. And then we had left off with Aquarius 7. I think you might be close to being my last reading for today. All right. So, Aquarius 7, you wanted to know when and with whom are you going to have your next relationship? All right. Let's take a look here. We'll pull one card for when and one for whom. So, when, woo, well, it looks like it's been coming here very soon. Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, action, 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 movement, 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 coming in like lickety split, like within a few weeks. And who, you have the Four of Cups. It's going to be something that you're totally unlike anyone else you've had before, because usually there's three cups that are down below, and someone is like leaning up against a tree looking at those going so bored out of their gourd about what they've had before. It's like it just hasn't fulfilled me. It hasn't been there. The fourth cup being offered is a new higher love, which starts with your own self-love, because if we can only love others to the extent we love ourselves and receive love from others, um, no more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if we expand and open our self-love, then we also open our ability to give and receive love. That's where it'll be different. So as this new passion is igniting, this they're being drawn to you. They're being drawn to because you're raising your love vibration. You're letting old ways of thinking go, old ways of feeling go that no longer serve, and it's moving on up. So I feel like it could also be like a water sign with the four of water, because I feel that's like it's someone that has done a lot of their emotional work, because it takes two, right? If their pipeline is really small and hardly any love is coming out, even if you're have expanded yours, it's like drip, there's not a whole lot. So I feel like it's someone that has a lot of emotional stability and emotional awareness, which water signs, because from birth, they're flooded with emotion. They learn to sink or swim when they're younger. So they're able to swim in emotion and expand it. So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Aquarius 7, right now. So many blessings to you. That is what they have. You are very welcome. You as well. All right. So we already answered that one and those, and that one, and that one. All right, yeah. So that is it. That is it for today. I will be returning in 6 hours for my evening session, so I shall return. But also, if you guys haven't looked into getting into my giveaways for Monday, I will be giving away two 30-minute person recorded readings. So just check out the video if you want to see how to get into that. And then also, Crazy Zen is having a summer sale for the month of July, 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love. If you want to check those out, that link will tell you what those are all about. And then also half off my personal recorded readings. I hardly ever take 50% off. I think this is the first sale I've had. So be sure to check those out. This is a great time to do that if you so wish to have that. And also, every week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This last week was how to transform my anger. A week before was how to transform my sadness. And these are not judgments on, oh, you shouldn't be feeling sad, you shouldn't be feeling anger. This is about when we're done feeling those, we can transform them into something else. But there's no wrong, because we come down here to experience those. So those are available, all free. I have a ton of other pick a cards if you're interested in more messages of love. And then we've also been doing a Take 10 with Zen each week, which is a video 10 minutes and less where we talk about content of connecting to the higher realms, connecting and understanding ourselves more, our powerful selves, and also answer questions that are submitted by my subscribers. So be sure to check those out. The last 3 weeks have been about fate, which has been really interesting. So if those are drawing you, be sure to check those out. Again, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you give in the video. I appreciate that. It helps spread the Zen love. And thank you guys for your hunger and thirst and all your love and support. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. We'll see you soon. Till then, much love. You take care and hang in there. We'll see you.